Somebody used to always say to me, when you come here illegally, you're more inclined to do illegal activities. I used to think about that like, turns out that's 90% true. Because I'm not saying that every single person who crossed the border illegally get caught up in illegal activities. But from what's being exposed around the country, and it's not just Minnesota folks, it seemed like a lot of you guys are involved in illegal activities. I'll be back. Hey everyone, welcome back. Those who have returned, those who are just checking this video out and checking this channel out for the first time, welcome. So this particular video, I was checking out a TikTok live that someone uploaded to YouTube. Let me get this channel's page right quick. Give them all the credit that is theirs, because that's what I do. The channel's name is FBA Gatekeepers Radio, and the video that I found that I'm putting together pieces from their video is titled "Are FBAs Wrong for Identifying with America?" To be honest, I really didn't like the what would it be called? The title. I didn't like the question that they were. I didn't like the title because it was like asking, is water wet? It was a given answer. It was an answer like, why would we feel any other kind of way saying that we relate more to or identify more to America than Africa, a place that most of us haven't been to, and even those who have been there, most of them in their hearts still see America as their home. And this is our home, regardless of what's being said. And this is not just our home because our people were prisoners of war. This is our home because we're indigenous to this land. So, yeah. And I think most people, especially the ones that come in and say, you don't have a home. We have a home we can go to. You have a home that you don't even want to go to. Stop. You have to be forced to go back home. 2, we have a home. We keep telling your ass, this is our home. And it just seems like you guys are envious or jealous or both. But anyway, I just wanted to just say a little bit more before I get into the clips that I wanted to share with you guys. I've been thinking about this for a couple of days. Listen, look at what these people had to do to so-called surpass us. And I'm including races. They had to commit fraud. That was the only thing these people could do to supposedly surpass us. Is committing fraud. You think that races are not the professionals of committing fraud? That's the only reason they have seemed like they have surpassed us, is because these people commit frauds. If they're not committing fraud, they're enacting obstacles and new policies and regulations to try to interfere with us achieving things. So I find that quite interesting, that the only way these melanated immigrants were able to surpass us is by committing fraud. We're coming over here doing better when actually, no, you weren't. You never were doing better than us. And the way you would have proved that you were capable of doing better than us is doing better in your own country. But if I went to your country and the government was loading me down with resources, kicking me down, then yeah, I'm going to surpass you too. This man said that our forefathers fought in the Revolutionary War. Can you say the same? Immigrants of all shades, colors, and sizes? Check this out.
I was just like, what, the tether thing? I was like, that's a weird thing to call people, but okay.
So was a kata. Have you ever heard somebody be called an akata?
No, what the hell was that?
They all got their slurs for us, so it's okay for them to call us. But everybody do it. Kata is a slur for us.
American guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Or Jareer. Have you been called a Jareer?
No.
You know what that means?
No.
Nappy headed.
Oh.
Yeah, the Sudanese and the North Africans, they love calling us that.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Are FBAs wrong for identifying with America over Africa?
Absolutely not. I think with us identifying as American, right, you have to understand Black American, like, our indigeneity is pre-1776, right? We were literally birthed and forged on this landmass. I think somebody was just saying, like, you can't find our profile anywhere in the world outside of this continent, outside of America.
Boot, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, what's up? Tell us where you're from and answer the prompt. Are FBAs wrong for identifying with America over Africa?
I'm from Chicago, but I've been living in Africa, about East Africa, Uganda, Africa. But no, we're not. Foundational, I mean, we are the only Black people in the world that who can say our ancestors fought next to George Washington. We fought the British, we fought the France, we've been unaliving YT for hundreds and hundreds of years. We're the only people, the only Black people who can say we fought in the Revolutionary War. No other Black can say that. No other Black in the world can say they fought in the Civil War. We fought Spain. In fact, we slaughtered Spain troops, and it was in Cuba. If you go to Spain right now, if they know that you're a Black American, they would discriminate. They would almost want to jump you because of what we did to Spain on San Juan Hill in Cuba during the Spanish-American War. No other Black in the world can say that. That's what foundation means to me. No other Black can say that. That's why Trump even said we're foundation. We built this country. We built the United States. We're foundational.
You see how our elders have ethnic pride? They don't sound like Pan-Africans. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, I love that.
He said we are the only melanated group in the world who can say we fought in the Revolutionary War. And it's just only solidifies our standing in this country. That's why I can't stand when clowns who didn't achieve anything in their country come here and open their mouths against us. That's why I can't stand when racists run their mouths too. And some of these racists are like 2 and 3 generations in. I'm looking forward to them getting deported too. Trump, if this message ever crossed your desk, we need to see Europeans who are illegally here getting deported too. Okay, this next clip I'm playing, it's not from the video the main video that I'm playing, or the first clip you heard. It's from a second video I discovered from the channel Hood Smart. And the title of the video is African Caller Says FBAs and Somalians Need to Work Together. A brother came on talking about, well, he works for ICE and he works in the processing part. Okay, you'll hear where he works. But anyway, he was breaking down how the Somali community in Minnesota treated Black Americans. They were prejudiced towards them. He even said that the George Floyd family had an issue with them, with the Somali community. And he also said that California is next on the list of getting investigated. I hope it's true, because California is its own cesspool. And there are a lot, they cater to Hispanics so bad that, it seemed like it's straight discrimination against American citizens. And it's not just Hispanic. I can't even remember if I was on TikTok or YouTube, but a woman was saying that they need to investigate California because, the Russians, she named a lot of other immigrant groups. So yeah, check it out.
Yo, I got two things. So I work with that department that's actually, taking people back home. And should I be feeling bad for the fact that I work for that department?
Nah, nigga, you should be telling me what I got to do to sign up, and how much money I make if I lock up by 5, 10 niggas.
I mean, if you hop online and you go online and you just apply it, and like right now we're under scrutiny because they've been hiring unqualified. Like we got people who couldn't even pass the open book test. We got people who can't pass the physical fitness test. We got people who couldn't even pass the psychological test. So it's easy to get in right now because we got so many people who are unqualified to even get in, and it's just sad.
Okay, you got a little bit of the background. He told you where he works, the issues that they're facing, or some applicants can't pass. I wonder who those people are. I would like to know the demographics. Also, he's letting you know that the 50K is real. They give it to you in installments. So I would like, if anyone who's listening to this video, you work for ICE and you are Indigenous Black American, aka FBA, don't feel bad. I'm gonna tell you why. Because none of these groups in this country or around the world has treated us friendly. Two, if it was us, I think every single group in this country would have signed up and worked for ICE. Facts. So let's continue on with what he has to say.
Why is it that there is down in Minnesota, there is a lot of people in the Black community who have applied for jobs to work in your guys' establishments, whether it be healthcare, trucking, whatever type of business you guys have, they have applied and you guys have turned them down. There is an ethics investigation going on into their businesses now because you guys don't hire outside of Somalians, really. And all the tax, it's not just with the fraud with the food stamps. It's not just with the fraud with the Medicaid. It goes into the fact that they have been undercounting their taxes. They've been underpaying their business taxes. So now that they have the SBA looking into them, they have the IRS who's been looking into them for years. They just couldn't get into them. They couldn't get into them until this government shutdown happened, where all the people who were blocking them couldn't do their jobs properly because the federal government and the White House, pretty much their people still had access to those operational systems. And then they were able to go in, deep dive, and find it. Now, it's not just in Minnesota. It goes to California as well, which is where I reside. And so we're just trying to figure out how exactly do you guys say you helped us? And George Floyd's family also blames your guys' tribalism and your guys' willingness not to want to let him into the community or not allow him the affordable opportunities that they saw that your community could have provided to him, and your guys' tribalism. And you guys are moving into their communities, kicking them out, but yet you guys wouldn't integrate with the Black community so you guys have taken up 65% of all Section 8 in Minnesota while having businesses.
Did you hear what he said? He said that they use 68% of Somalis are on welfare. You see how we get blamed for everything? All this fraud was committed under Democratic administration. Tim Walz, the governor, is Democrat. So they knew this was going on. They covered it up. They hid it while we were being blamed. They let us be blamed while they were hiding the fraudulent activities of immigrants. So I'm not for either Republican or Democrat, but I know for damn sure I wouldn't be rooting for a group of people who have shown me over and over again that they have no problem throwing you under the bus. Let's continue.
While owning trucking companies. So I'm trying to figure out how exactly do you guys say you helped the Black community out when in reality all the data and statistics that we are pulling from the back end is showing a totally different story. Now, to mention, you guys are not coming out with accountability upon any of it. Like, you guys are literally making excuse after excuse after excuse. And we heard her say, well, they have hedge funds overseas. Yeah, they have hedge funds because they're getting money, whether it be legal or illegally. Technically, it's legal and they haven't been caught. But once they are caught, the United States government can go overseas. If that state or nation is compliant with the United States, then they will be able to seize their assets like they have seized assets from Russia. They seize assets from China. They seize assets. And I know this because that's the departments that I work with. So I'm trying to figure out how is it exactly that you guys are not acknowledging what you've done wrong. You want to point the finger while saying that we should help you while you guys have denied the Black community at every twist and turn.
Are you done?
That's good. Can I ask you a question, bro?
Okay, so I live in the great state of Minnesota, paid FBA, and again, it's really interesting what you're talking about and how you're saying that the Floyd family blames the Somalians. The same Arab American family that owns that entire block still owns that entire block, okay, as a person in Minnesota. The Black community has the whole North Minneapolis and the whole east side of St. Paul. That's a fact. The Black community has just received 5 years funding to revitalize the FBA Black neighborhoods. They have their own museum, their own jobs, their own businesses.
Okay. So basically what you're saying is that you came here and you separated. You're saying everything that we have that are our own, but this is our land though. We are from
You
here.
didn't cut him. You didn't cut him off though.
Yeah, because you're losing right now. So the problem with your statement is, first of all, when you say Black American have their own, we were here before you. We're supposed to have our own. Wait, hold on. The point is, why didn't you come contribute to what we have? Instead, you found ways to delineate to create your own shops. You're proving our point.
The next clip I'm going to play is someone saying that we have no link to Africa, that they performed genealogy tests. Their ancestors have no direct link to Africa. Check this out.
What's going on?
You got 1 minute to speak. Say whatever you want to say.
Okay, yes. Like I was saying, FBAs are not the owners of Blackness. You guys cannot pick and choose when Black is a race, when it's identity, when it's an ethnicity. No, it's a race, period. Whether it was defined in America, this year it still was way before America. America is the newest country, okay? Africa was there before. I'm Haitian, you're American. The only difference is literally a boat stop. We're always in a slave trade, our ancestors. So trying to separate yourself from Africa, it's weird, but I think you could do it if you want to, but it's giving, you are ashamed of being African, but you are.
We are not African. We are not African. Go ahead, sis.
They try to flat black all of us with that. We're literally just a boy stop. No, you are, and other Caribbeans are. The largest amount of Africans outside of Africa is in Brazil. But y'all know what y'all don't do? Y'all don't go to Brazilians and tell them that they African. They have more Africans outside of Africa. Then you know where they went next? The Caribbean. From the Caribbean, they went to Mexico. And then they went to the 13 colonies. But guess what? Black Americans are not a boat stop the same as y'all. We're not. Blackness did not originate in Africa. As far as you saying that we got Africa was before America, my granny is older than most African countries. So stop with that lie. Y'all let a Berlin conference and these YT folks separate y'all in your own country. Y'all are not us.
Yeah, Africa just became a country. A lot of them just got them country names. Go ahead, Phaedra.
Okay. So I think a lot of the contention is mostly, like I said, I think it's the name. Foundational doesn't necessarily describe what you're trying to separate as a different ethnicity, which I'm for. I think that's fine. I think, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. It's not that, descriptive, or it's not descriptive enough to explain that it's to be a new ethnicity.
It is. It's self-explanatory. Think about it. Foundational means you're the foundation.
Yes.
Black Americans. Listen. People call us Black Americans, right? All we did was put foundational on it. We are foundational Black Americans, and our lineage is tied to this land. We are descendants of United States chattel slavery. It's that simple. Do you get it?
Yes. Okay. Then say United States of America, or you say United States, or say Native United States.
I don't have to say anything. The name,
that's why
the name is self-explanatory.
It's really not.
Yes, it is, and we don't care what outsiders think. Go ahead.
The brother made an excellent point when he said, if you go back 15 generations, there are over 32,000 relatives. We can track ourselves around that amount of time. I got a book, I showed it to FBA Red. It's over 4,000 of my ancestors, not one from Africa. I got stuff that goes to 1728. It says in Virginia, I don't have any documentation that says I'm African. And I don't think anybody in the Caribbean does either. We have no oral traditions that say we're African. We have no cultural continuity that says we're African. The only people that keep saying we African are Pan-Africans. And they're cosplaying and attaching our identity to everyone else to use as social capital to jump in and out of other people's identities. They don't want identities or borders to exist so people can take advantage of.
Yeah, I really was digging what he said. I don't know what happened. If his phone cut off, they cut him off. I don't know, but he didn't come back from what I heard. I didn't listen to their entire video because I think it's almost 2 hours. But what I heard while I was listening, I enjoyed. Plus, listen to the rest. A little bit more of this clip. Someone comes in saying that these people can't verify the things they're saying, and what she's saying is factual, and then other people are saying, yes, it can be verified. So check this out.
All of what y'all saying y'all can't prove what y'all saying. We can prove what we're saying. Blackness started in Africa. You can Google fact. You could fun fact that. What I'm saying is facts. None of what y'all saying can be proven and was ever proven.
So, y'all need to start what y'all don't understand is that African and black is two separate things. Y'all conflating two things. Go ahead, Fuego.
Yeah, so she was talking about everything that we're saying is in facts. It just lets me know that she doesn't do research herself because everything that we have stated is factual because we've done our research and we have found that it is factual. So at the end of the day, what you're trying to do, both you, Evie, Phaedra, and this new chick up here, what you're trying to do is you're trying to do an ethnocide. It's really what you're doing, and clear, plain, and simple. And at this point, that's why we're finding it to be disrespectful. We have always been our own lineage, and you all know that. And I don't understand why why it's a hard concept to understand that we're our own lineage. And
it's on me. Want me to skip you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's on you, bro.
Oh, it's on me. My bad. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree 100% with the last brother. Like, I feel like the ops on the stage, that they're just, ignorant. A better term would be remedial because they're not taking the time out to look this stuff up, right? She brought up this term black started in Africa. Actually, black, the grandfather of the word black was created by a psychologist and sociologist by the name of Johann Blumenbach for the intended purpose of the New World, i.e. the United States, not Africa. What you're trying to use, and like FBA Red said, you're conflating. You're conflating other languages to then mean the word black, and you can't do that. Those are called transliterations. And I yield there.
Thank you, bro. You made a really good point. African and black is not the same.
This next woman breaks down black and how the word or name black was solely meant to describe us or identify us in America. The word or name black was not used to identify any other melanated group in the world. Yeah, there was a time when you said black, you knew they were talking about America, nobody else. Check this out.
So I just wanted to know, is it because of culture differences or because of color differences? Because we're still black, so we don't argue about who's black and who's not. We argue about Trinidadians, Jamaicans, sure, but we don't argue over who's black, who's not. I'm confused.
You still don't get it that y'all not black, but okay. But go ahead, Evie. Go ahead, Evie. You want to say something?
Yes. Just because we say we're black does not mean we're not. Ethnic pride, that was the word I used. I'm gonna always claim to be Haitian. But if I was born in this country and my race is black, I'm Black American. I don't know where's the confusion here. That's all I was saying.
You just don't get it. Go ahead, Ink.
That's sad though. We keep telling you that black in America is our ethnicity, and y'all keep on trying to come over here with the if I'm black.
But only you guys are saying this, and this.
No, it's not only us. It is our only describer. They don't call us anything else. We are Black Americans. You can't just migrate into this and into our lineage. That's not how that works. If you saying that your parents are from Haiti, they are from Haiti, so you will be Haitian American. You can other yourself on documents. You can. And that's okay, man. Y'all not us. That what they use when they misnomered us and they called us reclassified as so many different names. Y'all were not in that reclassification. That's what we are telling you. We were so many different things: Indians, Negroes, colored, Negro again, black, African American. Then they called it. Then they let us go by Black American again. So y'all can't do that. You can't migrate into our lineage. That's what we just trying to let y'all know. You are not us. If your parents are from a different country, be who they are. American, _ American. That's who you are. _ American.
If your blood, sweat, and tears, if your people's blood, sweat, and tears didn't build the United States, whether your family came from slavery or they were independent, whether they were Native American, it doesn't matter. You don't get to come over here first generation, second generation, check my box. And then when you get everything that you're going to get, then you run around and you check yours. You know that black is our race, is our ethnicity. Again, our describer, I think that's what Ink just said. So I don't understand why y'all keep feigning ignorance. You know exactly what this is. So when you say that your family has been here for forever, no, they have. Wait a minute, because I didn't cut you. You came here. First generation, second generation, third generation. And you talk crazy. And I can tell you this from experience. I can help you get a job because I used to think that we were all black. And I can help you get a job. And as soon as you align yourself with some white folks, you will help me lose a job. I have a 15 year trying to help you. I want y'all to get the education and talk about how much y'all hate us.
Okay, this next clip comes from the main video that I've been adding commentary to. This woman caller, she makes great points. She's talking about how people like to call us ignorant, yet a lot of people or a lot of women, FBA women, are highly educated. How they use the same racist talking points. And then she also points out a genealogy test that they took on a Black American man, which identified him as an authentic indigenous native person. Just listen to her explain it. Check this out.
Hold on, meet the goddess. Hey, meet the goddess. What's up?
We're older as a country. So why isn't it good enough for you to be a Black American, to be an American freedman, to be an indigenous aborigine? Why isn't it good enough for you? Why do you think you need to go 400 years beyond when some of these other countries, I remember when I was in undergrad, Eritrea was not old enough as a country. If it was a person, it wouldn't have been old enough to sit at a bar. Eritrea was like 19 years old when I was in undergrad in the early 2000s. But people will scream all day, you know, I'm Eritrean, don't call me Ethiopian. But when we say we're American, it's a problem. Also, the original definition of American is what we are, those copper-colored peoples in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. There's only one group of people who look like that. Not today's copper pennies, which are no longer made of copper. That it's literally more expensive to make a 1-cent penny from copper than it is from miscellaneous materials. But like the actual copper, like this is who we are. Also, I am paying $40 a month to Ancestry.com, so I can relate to that sister. She's like, oh, I didn't want to pay. I did want to pay. I don't have the money to be paying, but I'm paying anyway because genealogy is that important to me. And when I tell you they have suggested enough people to take me back to the 1400s, I'm not kidding. And for whatever reason, in the early 2000s, right, because I'm a millennial, I'm 40 years old. In the early 2000s, when people were first taking DNA tests, are you guys familiar with NPR radio? It was a study all over NPR radio in 2005 or 6, where this Black American man tested as 98% Native American, and it blew his mind. And he was like, I live a Black life though. All I know is Black. My wife is Black. My kids are Black. What do you mean? When I tell you the first Black Americans who were doing these DNA tests, back when they were like much more expensive, because right now it's like $99, you know, but when they were $800 and something, they kept coming back dramatically, overwhelmingly indigenous American. And that switched all of a sudden to the west coast of Africa. You have to pay attention to who we're paying. Why would these people tell you the truth about who you are? I have watched Chinese people because I have a little love affair with China. I love Chongqing. I love Chengdu, China. I love Shenzhen, Nihaoma. But like, I've been watching these people take DNA tests, and you know what their DNA tests are coming back? You may have been related to the great chief Pao Hatten, Wampanoag, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, nigga, I'm Chinese. Excuse my language. They're like, are you kidding me? These Native American groups of people who are Siberian, they don't do DNA tests. They do genealogy. And over in the Little Hat Land, it's illegal in their country. In that blue and white flag place, it's illegal.
That's what I said.
It's illegal for them to do DNA tests.
Yep, that's how you know it's not true.
They
own all of the DNA. If you look into who really owns, it's the small hats.
It's a fact, and here's who they are cosplaying.
And look, and meet the goddess. You know, the reason why they was getting those results back on those tests is because they were paying more money. You know what they say? You pay for what you get or whatever. So remember, I was saying that a full genome sequence, it costs more money. It costs more money, and so it's a better quality test, so you get better quality results. That's why you seen it switch from those. Hold on, that's why you seen it switch from those kind of tests to the ancestry test, because they don't test as deeply as those. They only.
Now, the rest of the clips I'm going to include are primarily from a woman named Kat. Every person who came in questioned her, added their 1 cent, 2 cent to the discussion. Mainly those who are immigrants. She ripped them apart. She shredded them with facts, examples, and her experience. She said that, you know, our mistake, those called Black Americans, our mistake was thinking that people who look like us was our family and they came here to help us. We made a mistake. We dropped the ball. We let them get into politics. We let them get into all the sectors in this country, and then they ended up undercutting us. So just listen to her experiences, her examples, the information she shares. You may agree with it, you may not, but it's very interesting. Check this out.
Every single last one of y'all are imposters. Every single last one of y'all been sleeper cells. See, y'all came here with a plan. We wasn't paying attention because we all thought that we were the same and we were on the same side. Now y'all sitting up in Congress because we didn't have a plan and we voted for you, and now you want to block reparations because it won't benefit you. Don't you sit in my face and talk. Don't do that. You cannot beat us. You sit there, hold on. You sit there and you call yourself black. Your genomes are not the same. Even your facial features. I may not be every other black person that you done walked up on, but I know what my people look like, and you not one of them. Ain't now one of y'all one of them. So when you get through and you get through talking, your family came over here because of the civil rights movement. We died for it, and you sat up and you put your feet up on the table, and then you and your family came over here and slid in, and now you're trying to destiny swap. Get the fuck out of here with that. Excuse me, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Kat, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I appreciate you for coming in. I appreciate you for coming in. I needed that type of energy just now.
So glad she back.
Hey, Kat, where you from,
I'm
sis?
in Canada. And when I got
Where you from, sis?
2 years ago,
You in Canada?
I came here.
So
as
she's
first
not a black
person to claim refugee
American.
status. Wait a minute. And I thought that the Jamaicans, the Caribbeans, the Haitians, and the Africans, I had 67,000 people. And y'all have done everything that y'all could to make sure I'm not succeeding. Last week, my sister had to get on the phone at 2 o'clock in the morning with a U.S. government employee and tell them back the fuck up and back off. My sister had to back them off of me. Every week there's something with one of y'all from wherever. But I will tell you this. The Jamaicans, the Caribbeans, the Haitians, and the Africans. That's 4 different regions. Five women, which I thought was black. It took for me to come to Canada to realize that y'all, when the powers shift, when the shifting of the power is in play and you empower, you abuse it. That's why y'all homes look like it do. That's why y'all suffering economically. Y'all sell each other out for a plug nickel, and that's what you came here to do. We thought that we were the same. And now that black folks are waking up every single day, you're sick. And now you want to tell us and feign willfully ignorant when you come in as a sleeper cell acting like you don't know what's what. You know your family's blood, sweat, and tears ain't in that ground. Because if it was, you'd be able to tell us where you were from. You don't know what cemetery your family buried in? Because I know the church that my grandmother is buried in Louisiana, and I know where my people buried at in Texas. I know where my people buried at in Mississippi, and I know where my people are buried at in Illinois. And I also know that we are not all what they say we are. We wasn't Negro. Our birthright was stolen. If you look back here in any of my videos, you'll see my grandmother that amassed 195 acres of land. You think that a black woman did that? My grandmother lived to be 112, and she died in the 80s, which means that she was born in 1870 something, and she amassed that land. You think she amassed that land as a black woman? She passed.
The next clip is going to be a melanated immigrant saying what racist people say when they try to make it seem like they're not doing things to disenfranchise us. Well, they say that when we come to America, we do better than you. Kat eviscerates that. Then also, a young lady is going to come in and expose statistics. Those of you who worship statistics, I need you to pay very close attention to how she exposes statistics, and it's going to just, you completely understand that a lot of these tools these people use against us was created to always make us look bad. Check this out.
Oh, yeah, they sent Napoleon into exile. They came over to get them, and Haiti said, no, we ain't gonna die today. Death ain't coming today. But they've been paying the crown ever since. And they paid the crown. They've been paying the crown as many resources as they have. You paying the crown, and so you gonna tell me that you fighters, but you're not thinkers. You fighters, but you're not thinkers. So when you came to the United States, then tell me again why you wouldn't align yourself with Black America. I'm going to tell you why, because you love them white folks, baby. You love to be subjected. So go home with that shit. But if you're going to stand next to me and you're going to cosplay and you're going to act like a sleeper cell and you're going to bust out on me, I'm not okay with that. So when you tell me that you're a Black American, I need you to get yourself together. And I don't care how nobody feel about that. Oh, you absolutely are fighters, but you ain't no thinkers. Because if you were thinkers when you unearthed all of that lithium, with the price, you would have said, you know what? I'm going to lease this to you for 10 years. And you would have learned. But see, again, just like Africa, just like Jamaica, you're crooked as a letter S. And that's why your people can't prosper. And then you're going to come over here and wait for us to do all the work. And then you're going to come step in. And then you're going to tell me what you're going to help me do. When I tell you that Byron dude, even Charlamagne was like, man, what you want the Black community to have? If you go watch that video and you watch me chop that video, the way he said he going to do something. And he going to say, and then then we'll look at the FBAs. We the ones voted them in because we thought everybody was Black. We thought everybody was Black. And so now we come into the realization that they not. So I will say this. At the end of the day, Haiti fought and they won the right to live in poverty in the slums and to pay the crown. So don't you never talk about Black America.
Bella, where you from?
I'm African.
What country are you from, sis?
Namibia.
Libya, are you in America right now?
Namibia.
Are you in America right now?
No.
No. Okay,
But
so
I went to college there.
Okay, so what do you want to add in?
So I just want to ask, how do you guys feel? I want to ask specifically, Kat, how do you feel about the statistic that shows that Black immigrants end up doing better than Black Americans when they move to
That's a
America?
false statistic.
Y'all are giving subsidies and things when y'all come in this country, and y'all still don't outdo us. And what's crazy is you look at the statistics of y'all going to school outside of America, it's way less than y'all actually going to school when y'all come here.
How do you feel about that statistic?
Okay, about the statistic that Africans are doing better than...
Not Africans, Black immigrants, Haitians, Jamaicans.
So good, they'll be doing good in their homeland instead of coming over here to America.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
I think the question was
The question.
So let me just
she asked Kat. She asked Kat, y'all. Let her answer.
Ask the question one more time.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you feel, or what do you have to say about the statistic that proves, it doesn't say, it proves that Black immigrants, Haitians, Jamaicans, Black immigrants who move to the USA end up performing or doing better than Black Americans?
You do not outperform and you do not do better than us. Black women carry 64.1% of all master's degrees or above. That means doctorates and Juris Doctorates. Second thing is that we carry 75.1% of all bachelor's degrees. Third thing is that our credit is good. 300,000 Black women lost their jobs. But you come in and you check my box and you use my U.S. Department of Education funds. You can never do better than me because I am the plug. Now, if you had brought your own money with you, and that's not me saying that everybody in Africa is poor. There are poor people all over the world. But you fight and you run over to the United States like your draw's on fire to get over here with us, and then you check the black box until you get what you need. See, people are under the impression that we get so many resources, but Black women carry too much education in order for that to be true. Y'all come in my house, you stand on my people, you stand on my land with my blood, sweat, and tears. You wear my shoes, sit in my house, get my housing, get food stamps. You are eligible for benefits that I'm not. And let me tell you this, because my basis of claim will say it. And the person that is my star witness when it comes to finances, that's been on Wall Street for 40 years as a financial analyst and a financial guru and a hedge fund manager, she talks about how they push our things to the side and give it to you. So at the end of the day, they will steal my plan. They will steal my business plan. They'll tell me no, and they'll steal my business plan and give it to you, and still you can't outperform me. Because if you were outperforming me, then you'd be outperforming me from your house and with your money. You explain to me how you left one country and you got 53 countries that you didn't want to go to, and your economy is not stabilized. You tell me why your HIV rate is so high. You tell me why you don't take the education that you borrow from me and go home and make your home a better place. But you will stand in this space and cosplay me. Bite us like the dogs you are. So instead of standing with us, aligning yourself with us and standing next to us and saying they did this, you turned around and you want to take that place and you want to be in the white folks' good graces. We've always told you who Miss Mary was. We have always told you which families to stay away from. We have always told you what's good for you. We've always given you everything. And the first chance you get, you turn around and you take a hot steam and dump on us. But why you didn't take the education that you stole from me and go home and make your country better? 54 countries and not one of them have a stabilized community. Hold on. And your hierarchy is white folks, white Africans, some of them not even Africans. And then you got your Chinese, I don't know where they came from. And then the ones with money like your UN judge that had a slave and was a poor because she got handcuffed. And then the rest of y'all dying in mines. So no, you're not doing better than us. You can never do better than us, because I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm the plug. So everything that you got, everything that the United States give you belongs to me. And you ought to be thanking me. As a matter of fact, you ought to be washing my damn hair with my feet with your hair. No, you're not doing better than me. How you going to do better than me?
Should we put up the statistics?
You thought I was one of them that didn't know what I was talking about.
Okay, I told you guys wrong. This clip is when they talk about statistics, and also they talk about, well, bogus statistics, and also Kat mentioned something that has me thinking. She said the dope dealers that they accuse Black American men of being, she said no, those actually melanated immigrants who are the big time dope dealers. And I believe it. And I also believe that so-called black on black crime crap they always throwing in our face, those are mainly committed by melanated immigrants. And watch, all the lies are going to be exposed. More lies are going to be exposed and truth revealed. Check this out.
I am Monica.
Yes,
What country you from?
I'm from the United States. My family is from my parents are from the United States, grandparents from the United States, great-grandparents from
I
the
talked to you
United
before,
States.
right? Wasn't you just in here? In my last
Yeah,
live?
earlier today. Yeah,
Yeah,
earlier today.
Are FBAs wrong for identifying with America over Africa?
Motherfucker, we're born in America. Like, what kind of question is that?
Yes.
I'm sorry. But I mean,
That's the topic.
for the past 500 years,
You know, because we've been here since 1526?
We were here when everybody else got here. Some of us.
Yeah, so we was here, like we was already here about 1526, you know. So with that being said, you know, we spent a good half of, you know, a lot of us spent a good half of millennia in this country. So as I was saying, like our family been born and passed away in this country for half of a millennia. So you telling me I'm going to choose the country that I know that I was born in, my mama was born in, my grandma was born in, my great grandma was born in, so forth and so forth, right? Over a country I don't even know, that I have to like learn. I have to take shots and a physical to go and visit. You think I'm going to choose this country over a country that I got to take shots and visit, and then when I come back to my country, they ask me a question: have I ever been to Africa in the past couple of months or so? What kind of candy rock these people are smoking? Right. But then also, okay, I got something right here. I did look it up, what she was talking about. The one that I looked and they use Pew Research, right? Pew Research, right? So I went down the rabbit hole and I asked, how did Pew Research collect their data, right? So the center relies on random sampling. So those who went to college, those who took statistics, and those who took statistics, sociology, psychology, anthropology, everybody know what random sampling is. So that means I can, if Pew Research gave me a piece of paper and I said I am, you know, I'm Jamaican, I'm Haitian, I'm this, I'm that, I'm from an immigrant group, and they asked me what's my income and this and this and that, I could write down anything. They call me, I'm doing a survey, I could tell y'all anything. You know, I can go down there, fill out a form and say anything. And that's how they collect their data.
Thank you.
By random sampling. I'm gonna say past the age of 25. Those who aren't enough. I'm gonna say this. I really wish I wanted to go back how I was in 2015 before the unalignment of Botham and John, where these people did not claim that they was black. You know, because you know how many times that we say, hey, y'all black? And they're like, oh, no, I'm not black, I'm Haitian. Oh, no, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican. Oh, no, I'm not black, I'm Nigerian. Oh, no, I'm not black, I'm Namibia. Oh, I'm not black, I'm South African. Like, I remember a time where we'll say, oh, yeah, you one of us, you black. And they will tell us. I remember they told us to our faces that they wasn't one of us. And you know what we did? We said, okay, fine, cool. And now all of a sudden, because there's tangibles involved, there's something like tangibles where there's monetary, social, political, there's some kind of tangible involved. All of a sudden we're black. Oh, we all black, we're all the same. No. I'm more like this. No.
To the country, I know somebody is old enough on here. When they came to the country and they were in the country and we looking at dope and everybody blaming dope on the black man, and I'm guilty of it. But mainly it was your Hispanics. I know a motherfucker named Jamaican Kenny got shot so many motherfucking times, that bitch in a goddamn wheelchair, and they still scared of him. When I tell you, when you look at your drug dealers, they are not FBAs. So when you tell me that I am full of drugs, nigga.
And then we all black, but when you push them in the corner, they will say, oh, they want to mention black on black crime.
Exactly. They start using white supremacist.
So I'm gonna just sum up the rest of, you know, the video that I listened to before I stopped. Kat was talking, somebody came in saying something about, did they do a genealogy test, DNA test, and Kat was like, Kat and another young lady was basically saying they're bogus. They were saying, a woman was saying that she did a test and it was saying that she has lineage from Africa, and her father was saying no, he has no family from Africa, and she wants to know why her DNA is saying she's from Africa. They were thinking that she was a tether, just coming in, you know, pretending like she's FBA, but she's actually a tether. The woman says she wasn't a tether, that she is Indigenous Black American. So two ladies came in, including Kat, said those DNA tests are bogus. One of the ladies said, this country spent centuries hiding our true identity. Why would they let you discover it through DNA? She was like, that makes no sense. And then, which I agree. And then why are they prompting everybody to do a DNA test, right? You know, they supposedly take our DNA and use it for nefarious reasons. But anyway, Kat was like, she has an identical twin. She's a twin. She said both of them did their DNA test, and both of them, their results said that they each came from different places. I don't even know how that's possible. Then I believe some years ago, a man said he sent in DNA. He said, I don't know if it's true or not now that I think about it, but he sent in his dog's saliva And it said, I can't remember where it said the dog came from, but I think these DNA tests are bogus. I think it's a clever way they are getting our DNA. So that was about it. I'm going to put the link to their video in the description. And like I said, I really enjoyed it. For me to sit and listen to over an hour-long video, it has to be good. So, folks, I just wanted to share this with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you listened to the entire video. Thank you for your support. Whatever way you can support this channel is greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. It is raining out here on the West Coast. And, hey, Happy New Year's next year. I was in the grocery store today, and these women were talking about, you know, the new year, and the woman said, yeah, I hope 26 is better than 25. And I'm sitting there jumped all up in their business. I'm surprised they didn't look at me like, we weren't talking to you. But they kind of smiled. I said, nah, it's not going to be any better. She said, you think it's not? And I think the way she said it, she already knew that she was psyching herself out. But the way she asked me that, she already knew. I said, nah, it ain't going to get no better. I remember when we was in 2020, going into 21, people was like, ooh, I'll be so glad when 2020 is over. I can't wait to 21. You don't hear people saying it no more. They were saying, I was like, they sound so childish. You really think that everything that was going on in 2020 was just going to be like, when we get to December 31st, 11:59, everything is just going to stop. What was going on in 2020 is going to stop, and it is not going to pass go and go into 21. And then 21 was worse than 2020. The reason why I'm laughing is because I'm like, listen, people, you cannot fear it. When you fear, that is what gives, you give fear power. I'm going to say this to I'm saying this to those who rock with me. You got to put your trust in God. You have to. If you put your trust in politics, if you put your trust in this country, your family, friends, husband, wife, partner, you're going to always be disappointed. You're going to always come up short. You're going to always be miserable. So don't say I never gave you anything. I just gave you that. Next time I upload a video, you guys, it's going to be next year. Take care, be safe, Happy New Year, and be at peace.